Invincible. Yes, that's exactly the word which defines my guest for today, Kantharaj Agasa. Over a period of time, he has proved that beating him in mixed martial arts is next to impossible.
They say no pain, no gain. And in a private MMA center on Bell Road resides one of India's top MMA fighters. Meet 26-year-old Kantharaj Agasa, who has dedicated his life to mixed martial arts. He is quick. In fact, he is extremely agile and a stamina which can stand hours of rigorous training.
He has fast hands, excellent grappling techniques, and above all, the hunger to perform and the will to win. But how did this happen? This happened thanks to his rigorous training schedule.
Fondly called as Kanta, his day starts pretty early. A painstaking warm-up session welcomes him, from jogging to passing the trench. To rope climbing and pull-ups. Kanta has got his work cut out. No wonder he is one of India's top MMA fighter.
Sakshi Malik, Vijender Singh, and Sushil Kumar. Now, one word which connects all these three legendary performers is the word champion. Talking of champion, I have one right here, right next to me. Kantharaj, thanks a lot for talking to News 9. First question, what prompted you to take up MMA?
Basically, I'm a wrestler and judoka. So I always used to follow UFC, which is the mixed martial art fight. So I always thinking why I can't do. So in the year of 2014, I went searching for some various clubs where people can teach MMA. I couldn't find such a place. So I started myself only. First 2 years, I took part in amateur fights. And then in the 2016, last year, I debuted in my pro fight. Then now I have a record 6-0.
Now in case you are wondering, Kantharaj is just an MMA fighter. He is not. He is a national champion in judo. And a professional wrestler as well.
When did you actually took up MMA and how has been the journey so far?
Basically, I started my sports career as a wrestler because I'm a fourth generation wrestler in my family. My father, my grandfather, and great grandfather also. So, and later I turned to learning judo, and then I've been training in Sports Third of India Training Center around 7 years. I represented state team. I won medals in nationals. I became a national champion also, and then I got job in army. So after that, life becomes very bored, not satisfaction. So I thought I want to achieve something in sports field only. So Since long back, I was following UFC and all. So I thought I can achieve something in this field. So I'm searching some places where I can learn MMA. Finally, I couldn't find that places. I started learning myself only.
At 26, Kanta is one of India's top MMA fighters in his weight category. He is active not only at the state level, but has represented India in India and overseas too. He is a professional MMA and has an unbeaten record in the SFL. A pro fighting career which anyone will be proud of.
Like you said that it's the UFC is the ultimate thing which you want to fight. But talk us through about your professional fight so far, because as you said that you are 6-0 up in your professional fighting career. So tell us more about that.
Okay. 2016 Jan, when I took first pro fight, my opponent was up in 7-0. He was undefeated when I going to debut. Everyone thought I'm going to lose against him. But I know my energy level, what is my technique, I believe. So it went around 3 rounds. In the third round, I did submission that guy. I won. Everyone got surprised. And everyone appreciate me the way how I fought. So I got more confidence. I thought I can do best. And I decided if I train very well, if I do hard work with sincerely, with faith, definitely I'm going to achieve. Then in second pro fight, I took against one welterweight. When I fought in first time in first pro fight, that was a featherweight, 65 kilos. When I took second pro fight, it was a welterweight, 77, almost 12 kilos up. And that time I need to gain my weight. So I gained my weight 65 to 77. It was around 3 months time I took. I gained my weight. I took that pro fight, 77 welterweight. And then that fight went 3 rounds also. In the anonymous decision, I won that fight. And I showed everyone I can do whatever I want. I believe my techniques, I believe my confidence, energy, strength, everything. If I train, I can beat everyone.
6-0 record in SFL is no joke. That's a testimony to the hard work Kanta has put in behind the scenes. He takes his practice sessions pretty seriously, as good as fights.
After first 2 pro fight, third is my in Super Fight League, which is this year happened in Delhi. I took part from Sherry Punjab team. I am the captain of the team also. So according to my height and weight, my height, it's a bantamweight. It's a 61 kg. It's a proper suitable for me. So now next rest of 4 fight, I took part in bantamweight only because it's a suitable for me. If I want to achieve something high level, international level, it's perfect for me. So now still I'm maintaining that weight category only. When I took third fight, he was Sumit Khade. He's from Mumbai. He's almost 6 feet guy. I was very short. In front of him, I'm very short looking. He's a striker basically. So I made a game plan. It was almost, if you have a good game plan, strategy, definitely we are going to win. So I had a game plan. In the first round only, I took him down and then I did submission. And the fourth fight against, whatever I fought win, almost I did win in the submission only. Fourth and fifth fight. In sixth fight, the final against Brazilian Waldman Neto. He's a black belt, Jiu-Jitsu black belt 3rd degree. He's a world champion also. That was my life's one of the best fight so far, because nobody was thought I'm gonna win that fight because he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu third degree black belt, Jiu-Jitsu world champion, European champion. So before the fight, I made a game plan. If I want to beat him, I have to show my best. Till since the last 15 years, what I'm learning, I have to put everything in that game, and I have to show what is my best. And I want to show the world Indians can give their best. In India also, best fighters is there. So I made a game plan. This is basically grappling, submissions, choking, locking. As I am a wrestler, I know how to break that all the techniques. So I made a game plan, and according to that, whole 3 rounds, I took him down. I'm defending his all the techniques and keep striking on the ground and pound, and whole 3 wins, all 3 rounds went that game, and finally anonymous decision, I got victory.
Kanda, as you said that you have a 6-0 record, uh, and you also stressed on the fact that you have a game plan for each and every opponent. Now, this is only possible when you have a very strong team with you who analyze your opponents and tell you his strengths and weaknesses. So, who does all this thinking? Is it you or someone from your team?
Um, when I start MMA, I nobody was there for me as to teach MMA how to train. Whatever I learn myself only. After after some days, when I went into going to represent India, then I met some coaches like Alan Fernandez. He taught me some basic tips how to play. Except that, I doesn't have any coaches. Whatever plan, I watch that my opponent's old videos, how he play, how he fight, what is his positives, techniques, what he can use maximum. According to his game plan, I'll plan everything myself only.
Results too have followed Kanta. The long line of medals and trophies at his home is a testimony of the same. But Kanta had to do everything on his own.
Overall, how was the initial stage while learning this sport, and who guided you?
For me, I don't have any guidance, nothing. MMA is a mixed martial art. We have to learn all type of martial art like striking, takedowns, submissions. As I'm a grappler. I know submission, takedowns, everything. But I need to learn striking, some boxing, Muay Thai, kicks, and all. So I went to such some places. Finally, I got some particular boxer trainers where I can learn. And then I started going learn boxing and Muay Thai. After some times, when I get perfection in boxing and Muay Thai and all, I began to compete in amateur. Later, I debuted in pro.
Kanta is a well-known figure in MMA circuit now, but not many knew that his parents were against his decision to take up the sport.
So my family want to study well, and they want me become a doctor, engineer, something. So they always trying to oppose doing this type of exercise. What was happening? Usually, when me and my brother, when used to come after school home, on the way there is a Gardi Mane, which is a traditional wrestling training place. Me and my brother didn't know my father was a wrestler, but me and my brother we saw that place, and we went ourselves only, and we used to train. But we didn't tell our family we are going to train there. When my family was asking why we are coming late from school, we used to tell, no, we went to play for cricket. So that's why we late. And later, usually here school competitions, inter-school wrestling, district level, which is education board conducting. Me and my brother went to take part from our school, and I won in district level, and I went for take part in state level. Again, I won in state level first place. I got selection for national, for state team. Then my photo, everything comes in newspaper. My family saw that, and everyone surprised. My father also got surprised.
Family is always a sports person's backbone, and for Kanta, his father was and still remains his biggest idol.
My father is my first role model because whatever his personal issues, his personal problem, he never involved in this sports thing. He always taught me, whatever happens, never stop training, keep training, be patient. One day you'll definitely get success. So I kept that thing in my mind. So still I'm following that words. I'm training whatever any situation. I never stop training. I'm keep doing. I hope, I believe one day I'm definitely going to be best athlete.
Kanta trains hard, works hard. That is a part of every MMA fighter. But what makes him extra special? We asked his friends.
You get many things to learn from him because he's very humble guy. You know, he's so humble that, you know, he'll teach you once and he'll sit with you for a while, saying that, you know, whether you concentrate or no.
It was actually my teammate when we represented Team India in MMA World Championship, Amateur World Championship, and Kantharaj is actually one of the best MMA fighters in India.
Every sports person cannot achieve heights without a good team support, and Kanta certainly has one.
Well, nutrition plays a very important role in today's sports person life, and to talk about Kanta's nutrition, I have his nutritionist Soumya with me. Soumya, thanks a lot for talking to News 9. Talk us through about Kanta's diet and how you keep a tab on his nutrition.
Like most athletes, Kanta used to fight and practice a lot, which gave him very little time to actually eat on time, and he used to skip a lot of meals, and sometimes he used to eat a lot of junk food because that's what's available easily. So the first and most important thing was to make sure that he's eating on time and also to correct any nutritional deficiencies that he had. So that's where we started.
What do you think according to his body structure, because he is around 5'6", 5'7", and height also plays a very important role in this touch sport, and so does the weight. So how do you go about things regarding keeping in mind his body structure?
See, the thing is, initially when he came to me, he was a bit on the heavier side, and he wanted to lose a bit of weight to make up to his weight category. So the initial thing was to make him lose weight. He was pretty muscular when he came to me, but he wanted to build more muscle, and he wanted to add a bit more agility and speed as well. And he was getting injured a lot, so with nutrition we also wanted to make sure that his injuries were reduced. And with Kanta, we used like top of the line technology. We used something called DNA-based diets to analyze his genes and give him exactly what he needs. So this is what we did.
Now having a 6-0 record in SFL is no mean achievement. Toppling the best MMA fighters takes some doing. But he is someone who never thinks about the past, always looks into the future. Having achieved so much at such an early stage is good enough to satisfy many athletes. But not Kanta. He is hungry for more success and to establish himself as an MMA legend.
Well, in life, nothing is certain. But what's certain in an MMA ring is a Kantharaj's victory. In 2 months' time, he steps into the ring for the 7th time. Now, what can he do? We can't say. One can just wish him good luck and ensure that he makes India and Karnataka proud in the near future as well. With camera person Shrikant, this is Abhijit Singh for News 9, Bengaluru.